Am I ready to go for the video? No, really. Am I hiding from my puppy? Yes. I'm outside here because my puppy snores a lot and it is so cute, but finding the YouTube time to make a video is very challenging for me. So I'm here outside in the yard to talk to you. So, okay, I wasn't intentionally starting this video like this. I tried in the house multiple times and he's looking at me through the window, through the door. He's super cute. All right, let's get to it. How to restore the sinking fund that have sunk. You already use the emergency fund. What do we do about it? You have used up the sinking fund that you have saved up for intentional purpose for something else. It could be buying a new car or buying a new house, down payment or deposit, whatever that you have saved up for years and suddenly it's gone. What happened to it? Well, you have used up, the laundry machine died. Suddenly, what happened? What happened? The temperature heated, whatever it is, it has happened for nonsense reason. It died. Whatever. The laundry machine called it out and it said it's time to go and it's gone. So what happened? We have to get new laundry machines to wash our clothes. I have washed the clothes with my hand before. I don't miss those days. I totally fine with that if I don't have to ever do it again in my whole life. So I do love the machine able to wash my clothes and my family clothes for me. Otherwise, I have washed up all my son clothes and my husband clothes, one the time that needed it. It hurt my hands, it does. So now that you have used up all these funds, it is time to replenish them. Hey, if you do not know me, this is Mira. I live in South Florida. I'm in love with the budgeting. So this video, I'm gonna teach you about step-by-step guide how to replenish your sinking fund that have sunk. Don't worry, we have a plan, let's go. So you asked me, what is sinking funds? Sinking fund is a strategic way that we save money aside somewhere. It could be at the envelope saving, it could be the high yield saving account, it could be something, depends on how longer term that you want it, that you can quickly get the money whenever you need it, so that way it's not just stuck in the investment. It could be buying a new purse, it could be buying a new house, buying a new car, it could be for medical, it could be emergency fund, it could be anything in between. A sinking fund can be as small as like you want to buy a Starbucks coffee that you really like it, you want to have a sinking fund for that. That is totally cool. So let's get to it. Number one, assess the damage. What kind of damage it caused? In this example in my video, it could have been the laundry machine, it could have been the car tire, it could have been something, something has happened that you didn't plan for it. It has happened. Take the money away from your sinking funds. So now you have to do it. Now you understand that it could have been because that we didn't have enough money to buy the laundry machine that we needed. Not necessarily you need to have a sinking fund for laundry machine. Laundry machine, they don't usually go bye-bye every 6 months or a year. It would be very weird if it happens. You can call it like a house sinking fund. It could be you can save like here and there, like every month $50. It could be $75, something that you can afford to save it every month. If you have the household sinking fund or house maintenance sinking fund, you wouldn't have to go to emergency fund that it has depleted, for example. So that is one of the things that you can do that when you're assessing, analyzing your damage, what caused it. As I mentioned it before, sinking funds can be a lot of ways you can do it. If you're new, thank you so much, welcome. Please do not forget to subscribe and put a little thumbs up. I really appreciate that. For those who coming back to my channel, I really appreciate your time, and do not forget to share with your friends and watch until the end of the video. I'll have a great thing to share with you. Number two is prioritizing the sinking funds. Sinking funds can be a range of from buying a Starbucks coffee sinking fund into the buying a new house or buying a new car. It could be as big as small as you want to be. Actually, by doing the no spend January or no spend months or no spend weeks or no spend days even, it definitely help you to prioritize to your sinking fund. Sinking fund can be, a few examples of sinking fund I would like to suggest is like emergency fund. You definitely would like to have it. It could be medical sinking funds. I have the prescription sinking funds, so I always save it every month, a little bit at a time. Number three, and one of the important things in the sinking fund is the house and also the car. We have to live in the house somewhere, wherever you live. Even you live in the apartment, it doesn't matter. Some kind of thing you need to have fun for where you live, housing. It could be water breakdown, it could be plumbing, it could be the wall, it could be the roof, it could be anything that for emergency, even though you don't own it, either you're leasing or either you're living, you need to be able to fix it right away, so that way you don't get in trouble right away. Car maintenance sinking fund is extremely important. anything happen to your car, we cannot move forward to next day, right? So we definitely need to have a car maintenance fund. It could be the tire, it could be windshield wiper, it could be your engine, it could be anything that you will need it to maintain your car. So go and check it out, my no spend challenges video. I'll list it over here for you. It's kind of pretty fun. That challenges doesn't have to be serious. It can be something like having fun and taking it one day at a time. Be able to replenish the sinking fund that have sank. We can do another way that we can do is cut the unnecessary expenses. What are the unnecessary expenses? It could be like expensive vacation, the Hawaii vacations or Florida vacation. They can be really expensive. I've been in Florida vacation twice before. They are very expensive. That is one of the reasons that we decided to save our money and live here where we wanted to live. Next one is like dining out, expensive dining out. You can dine out here and there. I'm not saying I do not dine out ever. I think that is not fair to say that to anybody. I like to dine it out here and there with my husband and my son. Like we are like kind of glued to each other. We like to do that here and there, but we don't do it like often. We don't do it every week. We don't do it like all the time. Or maybe cutting out those subscription boxes that you receiving every month or every week. All the things are like all the marketings are trying to get your money to their bank account instead of leaving in your bank account. So you really have to watch out for those. If you like this video so far, please go ahead and put a little thumbs up. I really appreciate your time. The next one is how to replenish. Is you have no choice. It is called increasing the income. One of the things you can do for increasing income is getting a little bit overtime in your job, whatever you're doing right now, or maybe doing like an extra, like couple hours, a week. Or I have a translation company that I run, and I also contract with a lot of different things. So it's like I do of course for hospitals and financial services and also legal services too. I've been doing like whenever I can, doing like taking the on calls from hospital. So like some of the days I could be working until like midnight. Sometimes I'll be working like until 1 or 2 o'clock. 3 days ago I was working until like 2 o'clock and I got flat out. I got exhausted and it kind of like made me dizzy next day when I wake up. So I try not to do that overnight on calls but then it's hard for me to hang up a person who's delivering baby, in the labor. So even though as much as I know, sometimes I do it anyway. It's not just because of for money. I do it just because to help the person. Sometimes people see that, oh, you do it for money. Actually sometimes like even though they don't pay me on those calls, I definitely want to help people like when they are in labor, because I remember those days that when I got in labor and I know how challenging it was and how difficult it was. People make it really tough on that day for me. So I remember those things and I will never forget that. And so I definitely sincerely like to help mothers, especially if they are in vulnerable situations. And next one is a really good one, which is like kind of much more easier to do. That is negotiating the bills. Negotiating the bills, I'm super fun about it, and which is that I always negotiate with my phone company or internet company. So negotiating bills is one of the things that you can do. It could be like it could be like you have some debts that you have to pay off. Instead of like paying off monthly or minimum, you can call them to those for those company. It could be hospital. It could be anything. You can tell them that this is my financial situation right now. I would like to willing to do this. Can you help me on this? That maybe you can negotiate the percentage off, or you can negotiate some months off. Either it could be dollar amount or it could be like percentage amount. You can negotiate that. It definitely help you. When I was pregnant and when I delivered the baby, I have medical bills, doctor bills, and I don't know, a lot of bills. I cannot even name it. There's so many bills. Like delivering baby, United States, even with the insurance from the corporate, it's still freaking expensive. I was like freaking out. It was like over 30,000. I was like, holy cow. So what I did was like, because at that time, what happened was like, I wasn't paying the bills enough, or something has happened. And it went to like one of the bills went to the collector, and I froze and I freaked out. And I say, I called the collectors and I cried and I smiled. I don't know whatever I did on the phone like all day and night. I was just talking left and right. I was able to negotiate half off, and that's how I was able to pay all my bills. So that's why I was able to focus my sinking funds. So there's another way you can do that. Yes, it is require a lot of talking, a lot of bold, and a lot of bravery. I'm kind of introvert, to be honest, like 80%, maybe 90% even. I kind of like my quiet and peace time. But at the same time, when you needed this kind of thing, you need to step out of your comfort zone and try to do it so that it will help you achieve your financial freedom goal. And the last one, but it's not the least, I am super queen about it, which is the selling the unused items, aka returning the unused items. So for example, this. So people are like, let's say you needed something at the Target. You want to buy their diaper, for example. And I've been there multiple times. And Target is one of the things that it suck your money, like a vacuum machine, in the forms or not vacuum machine with the shopping cart, the little red cart, or maybe Amazon too. So you went there, you buy a diaper, and you suddenly see the really cute things that you can buy for your kids. I'm a mother. I like to buy everything for my son. And we see that and we buy it, right? We keep adding things in the shopping cart, physically or virtually in the shopping cart, and ended up with Phil. We ended up checking out, and we went there to spend $50. We ended up spending $300. Something has happened. All those stores. It could be Target, it could be Costco, it could be Amazon. One of the main things that I think about it right now. So what happened is that buy those items, we go home, whether you pay with a debit card or whether you pay with credit card. One of those things you pay. When you got home, whether you're a seasoned budgeter or whether you are median in the middle, wherever it is, you realize that you have to pull through some of the sinking funds, right? That's how we got depleted in either shapes and form. It could be unexpected things has happened. It could be something that we buy something impulsively at the time because out of love and out of care, everything, You did nothing wrong. It is okay. We cannot change the history, but we can make the history happen. That's what I always say to my son. So what we can do is go along and look around your house and see what kind of things that you haven't opened yet. You know you will never use it again. They are in a very good shape. You still have the receipt and you know this is from them. You're gonna go back and take them back, and to be honest, the truth is you can call them, make sure they actually gonna accept that. That's what I usually do. So that way it will save your trip too. So if they say they will accept that, then you can go there. I do not know where you live, and depends on what store accept what kind of conditions or what kind of percentage. And then you can go back and return them, and then they will accept that. You can sell them on eBay or you can sell them on Facebook Marketplace. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and check it out. One of the videos that I recently did, I'll put 2 links over here for you. One of the things is money saving routine. You can go and check it out. That will definitely gonna help you in order to do the replenishing your sinking funds. I'll link the picture or video over here for you. Another one is that how I embarrass myself at the Publix. I was really focused on saving money, and because especially it was no spend January, I was determined that instead of spending even on the necessary things, I try to see how low I can go in order to save up, not spending anything at all to some of the necessary things too. So go ahead and check it out. I talk about not spending at all in gas, and I talk about not spending at all in the grocery. So go and check it out. And I kind of embarrassed myself. I did it and at the Publix, which is the grocery store in the southern area, and I love that store so much. But anyway, go ahead and check it out, and I will see you in next video. Thanks for hanging out with me in this beautiful weather in here, and I wish I can let you feel it or smell it. It's really smell good, and it smell really fresh, and nice weather today, and it's so thankful to the weather and highly God. And I want to say thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I'll see you next video.